name is John Pease. I go to Metro. I'm 9th grade, and this is my story.
I first met John when he was in 3rd grade at Johnston Elementary School. At the time, I was running an after-school program there, and he was attending it. John was really quiet. He didn't really like opening up about his life.
The environment that I live in is not a good influence on my life. In my neighborhood, there's just a bunch of violence and people fighting and shooting at each other. There has been someone shot dead in front of my house.
And every once in a while, he would have like an anger outburst, which really concerned me because I just wondered, where is this coming from? What's going on in his heart? What's going on in his life?
I sort of wasn't really doing anything, skipped school and fought with everybody who didn't agree with me and just did what I want. I've cussed at a teacher because they weren't helping me how I thought they should have been helping me, and that made me upset.
So he came every night that we had our basketball event, and at the end of it, we asked the boys, would you guys be interested in doing more of a small group Bible study? And so I asked John specifically, would you be interested in coming to City Life?
I was I didn't really think that it was gonna do anything, but my mom made me go anyways. I'd never really been to church before.
Initially, what I remember about John is that he was pretty quiet and reserved, but he also, it was pretty quickly apparent that either the stories he was sharing or his activity with other boys, that he could struggle once in a while with some anger issues.
But he was also the king of the group. To cover any insecurities was just to act like, he had it all under control.
There was no sense of remorse.
Yeah, whatsoever.
No.
I swore I cussed out the teacher today.
Yeah.
What? You did what?
Bart was really nice, and he played basketball with us and hung out with us. And at my house, I was really independent, and I would do anything that I really wanted to.
So John was coming to City Life every week, being the first kid there, maybe the last kid to leave, and we just saw that God was working in his heart. He was making some changes in his attitude and his behaviors, and that was just really exciting.
It was a few months after I met Bart, and he really taught me and told me how to live my life, and they helped me more to discover God.
And kind of around the same time, we decided at Heartland Youth for Christ to start a mentoring program. We're really big about relationships, learning the kids' stories that we work with, sharing our stories, and ultimately leading them to God's story.
We clicked with John, and we really enjoyed his company from the very beginning.
They treat me like another member of their family. We would hang out and watch football and go out to eat.
Yeah, I was trying to think. It's like, well, he has changed a lot.
I noticed that I'm like not getting in trouble as much at school, and like I'm not getting in fights, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
And in schoolwork, he's dropped the whole being proud of, not turning in work.
And his grades have really improved at school too.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome to see.
I went from like failing all my classes to like getting straight A's.
And in his interaction with the other boys, he'll say things, but he has apologized.
Now I don't just go up and like yell at the person. I like can think about it and calm down on my own.
Does a much better job of dealing with his anger. I will see him walk away from some of the other boys. And so he's just become very much more understanding, much more willing to take, to hear criticism, and just open to some leading, which really never occurred initially.
He wasn't a believer when he was with us initially.
Right.
And just, he really likes going to church. He loves to talk about church afterwards. Sometimes we talk about it a little bit. And I think just recently he became a believer.
And he said, well, yeah, Bart shared with us at City Life and asked us if we wanted to have a relationship with Jesus, and I decided that I did.
He asked me privately, and I said, yeah, I do believe in God, and I do want him to be the center of my life.
And she said that she talked to John and he just had accepted Christ, and we both cried.
Yeah. And isn't that kind of the goal of the Mention Me program?
That is ultimately the goal.
They encourage me to like believe and trust in God. Like I seen how they lived their life, and that showed me how like I should do, and I should always trust in God. Like now I have something to live for, and like thanks for helping me get my life back on track.
So it's just so cool to see how God is shaping John's story and how he's using Bart and Jen and Jim and Angie to show and to share the love of Jesus in John's life. And that's the heart of Mentor Me, that's the heart of Youth for Christ, and that's the heart of God, that his children will come to know him and have a relationship with Jesus.
My name is John Pease, and that was my story.